All right, welcome to the second review of the evening. Hopefully, the connection issues have been fixed. But that aside, up this time is Top Shot Pool. Step up to the table in Top Shot Pool, the ultimate core, Q sport experience, combining realistic physics with fun, competitive arcade action. Experience the perfect balance of skill and style in Top Shot Pool, a modern take on the classic game of 8 Ball. Whether you're mastering the clearance mode or climbing the online leaderboards, every frame delivers smooth, authentic gameplay and stunning visuals. All right. Refined ball physics bring the table to life, while intuitive controls make every shot feel natural. From the first break to the final black. Test your skills against adaptive AI opponents. Challenge a friend in local multiplayer, or push your limits to achieve faster, cleaner clearances and earn your place on the global leaderboards. So they're kind of stretching for stuff here.
Oh yeah, they are reaching.
Like, anyway, we got the PlayStation 5 edition. Although, as far as I can tell, this game seems to only exist in the PlayStation ecosystem.
Mm.
But, that means PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4. Yet we're still getting PlayStation 4 editions of things.
Because the PlayStation 5 can run PlayStation 4 code natively, so for small batch stuff like this, it's easier just to build the PS4 version and then just ship it out so it runs on both.
Hmm. Anyway, since it's a PlayStation 5 title, over to you, Petty, for the details.
Alright, so yeah, there is not a lot in the way of game modes here. Versus AI, you have three different versions of pool. Standard 8 ball, 8 ball UK, and 8 ball UK alt rules is what they're calling it.
Hmm.
And
What's the
then
difference?
um this one in alt rules, I believe it's what even is that? Clear your color set, then legally pocket the black. A fair break, either any ball or +4 object balls. I think it mostly has to do with what is this? I think it might have to do with like re-racking and stuff like that. I didn't mess with this. I've never really was interested in UK 8 ball. So I mostly stuck with the regular stripes and colors US 8
Right.
ball. You can pick how many frames you want to play. 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. You can pick your table size between 7 feet to 9 feet. Pick your table color, which is all just solid colors. And then you can pick the AI level of your opponent from 1 to 10. Uh, Anything above 7 basically cheats. The only thing is, I guess they are required to give you an amount of turns. Because there are, even when playing against the like level 10 opponent, there are times it seems like it intentionally sunk the cue ball to give you a chance. Because if it didn't, it was just going to clear the board. And then, um, player versus player is just past the controller single player. There's no online multiplayer at all. It's just you and a buddy pass the controller back and forth to play pool, which, I mean, fair. It's similar to a lot of times when if you and your buddy aren't professionally into pool, you're probably passing the cue stick between you anyway. There is Top Shot Clearance, which is just clear all the balls, and it's a time attack. Knockout Tournament, which is uh, a bunch of AI matches where if you lose, you're out of the tournament. And then Free Pack Practice is just hitting the ball with no scoring. And then there are a few different venues, which it's just what's going on in the background. You got a bar, like a regular like pool hall type setting, arcade, club, arena, and then your basic pool game controls. You can fine aim with the arrow keys. Joystick is for a more wider sweeping aim. You can hold square to adjust your spin. Triangle to adjust your cue angle, and then hold X to pull back your shot. It is just you pull it back and set the power meter. There's no like skill shot where you like flick the stick or anything like that. It's just nudge it back to however far you want to go, and then release the X button, and it will shoot. There is a bit of a like how the shot is going to trail type gauge. And then damn it. It won't let you do like illegal shots, obviously, like since with how close this is to the I can't tell which ball that is. The 14, it will automatically pull up the cue, and then like they won't let you hit the black 8 ball, because that's in most games that's a foul. And then yeah, you just kind of play pool. If you don't have access to either your own pool table or a pool hall, this is not the worst option. I have definitely played more interesting pool simulators that even have like other gimmicks, like different skill gimmicks. It isn't just pure pool. Um, I haven't noticed any weirdness. Some of the slowdown you might be seeing on screen isn't actually in the game. It's my capture device being weird because it doesn't like the split capture thing I'm doing. The game runs overall solid. There isn't much in the way of music. Sometimes there are some ambient noises in the like setting you pick, but that's about it. So it's very much one of those, especially this being on PlayStation, you'd basically be utilizing your own music, being if you have something on your phone or if you have a Spotify subscription, it'd definitely be something you want to utilize here. Um, but yeah, overall, it's an all right game of pool. What are we looking at price wise?
Let me see here. 8 bones.
$8?
Yep.
That's a little expensive for the small amount of content here. I mean, if you don't have easy access to a pool hall, that this might be a decent idea. And it's obviously cheaper than, buying your own in-home pool set.
Right. I suppose with the additional caveat of you can only do variations of 8 ball.
Yeah.
Like, come on, guys. Would it have been that hard to institute 9 ball rules? I
hmm
think not.
And
You
like
know,
you also have to consider there are other games that let you very good simulations of pool. Like I know a few of the Yakuza games have decent pool facsimiles.
well, yeah. I mean, that's kind of the showcase of where pool video games exist in this day and age.
Mm,
Granted, they've never been the highest of draws or anything like that.
yeah.
Um,
Like this
and
game has pretty decent physics. I used to play pool a lot more when I was younger, and
mm,
they seem to be rolling correctly, and I haven't had any like super weirdness where it's trying to shoot the ball through the side of the table or whatever.
I mean, we're probably at the point where simulating pool is eminently doable.
Oh yeah.
Like, yeah, it's never going to be 100% because, like you don't have the tactile feel of a pool cue, the pool balls, that sort of thing.
Right.
But, like physics and stuff versus, way back 30, 40 years ago.
Yeah, it's not like I've played pool games where they basically snapped the ball to the hole if you're close because they didn't want to
Mhm.
try and physics that. So they're at least doing a little better than a pool game from the early 90s era. So there is that. Um but yeah, would I say for $8 is a bit of a hard sell unless you really just want to play pool. Because again, pool has been adapted as a decent, competent, decent mini game in several games over the years. So it's hard to justify spending $8 for just pool. But yeah, do you guys have any other questions or concerns?
Not really.
Yeah, it's real hard to
I'm
review
good, yeah.
pool.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
just a simulation of an actual complex
Yeah.
game.
Like I'm not going to sit here and say this is the easiest thing ever. There's a lot of math going on here. You know, it makes sense that we need something, PS4, PS5 era to actually simulate this well, you know. But at the same time, it's like it's also been simulated well even in mini game form. I guess is where I keep coming back to because yeah. But yeah, I guess that's all I have here. I literally just need to sink the 8 ball, so yay for stretching for time. I guess it would
You-
be nice if there was a way to like auto target the ball around because like I see the AI do it where they're just kind of snapping around the ball, but I don't know if there's a way to do that just as the player. Oh, I found a glitch. Apparently, if you sink the last ball and 8 ball or the cue ball and the 8 ball together, you get in this kind of soft locked state. I guess another thing I'm
Oh,
not
that's not really good.
I guess another thing I'm not really a fan of is you can't do anything while the balls are moving. So like if I hit this, I can't really do anything other than move the camera around until all the balls have stopped, which is overall fine as long as the physics aren't stuck for a minute. I only had that happen once, but it's annoying if it does because you the only thing you can do is close the game. But yeah, I think that's all I got.
All right, then. So that'll about do it for Top Shot Pool, then. Be sure to tune in after the break as the Galax reviews, as long as you're here.